Hey guys, this is our inspo pick today. We're going to be doing some fall nail art. So these are our nails, and we are testing out some different black gels. So let's see how we got here. Hello. I'm Kat. This is Kat's Claws. Welcome to another video on my channel. So these are the two picks I was kind of debating between with the fall leaves. I ended up obviously going with the middle one, so that's going to be our inspo pick. It's got this really cool like perspective sort of variation going on. I thought it would be really cool to replicate. So again, middle nail, that's our inspo. Let's see what we need to start. Okay, so in case you didn't notice, I have a cold, so my voice is a little bit crackly and creaky. Perfect for this season. And hopefully I don't have a coughing fit while I'm trying to do this voiceover. So I'm getting out my liner brushes. I'm actually going to be using 4 different lengths today. Not quite the longest, but the second longest, and then I'm going to go down in size. So this is one of the ones I'm going to grab. I think that's my 7mm. And then we've got these little ones that I thought would be good to use for the leaves. Because drawing leaves on these teeny weeny tips is a little bit of a challenge just because the nail tips are so small. So 4 nail brushes. And I think we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4 different blacks. 3 of them are gels. The 4th one is an eyeliner. So we've got our nail tips ready. They are buffed. And we're going to start with a base coat. So I'm going to base coat all of these. And then we're going to get into step by step the first nail. I am going to be using KIARA Sky today, Snow Bunny. That's what I'm going to be using for white. I wasn't sure. I was thinking about testing this one out, but it's a little bit more of a translucent black. So I decided against this one. I just don't want it to run. And you got to be really picky with the blacks you use. So my first nail I'm going to do with Perfect Black instead of the KIARA Sky. So we're going to put that one away. And we're going to get started with our base coat. So I'm going to base coat all these nails. Do them quickly. Then we'll come back and we'll start with our first nail using Perfect Black by Madame Glam. And again, as a reminder, this is our picture. So we're going to be layering, right? So the white is going to go over every layer of leaves we do, except for the last layer. Okay, so I'll try to show you with each of the blacks that I test out, but you'll get the idea. We're also going to be using matte top coat, right? So every layer is going to be finished with a matte top coat for the next layer, for the next leaves to be drawn on. Okay, we always want to draw on a matte or like a rough surface, and I'm going to use the matte because it's going to seal everything in. So I keep showing that. Forget that one. We're starting with Madame Glam today. All right, let's get these nails going. Okay, base coat, cure for 2 minutes. Then we're going to start with KIARA Sky's Snow Bunny. So I'm going to do 2 coats of this. I'm doing one, obviously, on camera. I'm going to cure it. I'm going to do a second coat. I'm going to cure it. And then I'm going to matte it so that we can go in with our Madame Glam Perfect Black. And we're going to start with the next step. Okay, so 2 coats of this just to get a nice sort of base layer. And then I'm going to matte it. I'm going to cure it. So here's our nail. I'm going to take a little bit of Perfect Black by Madame Glam. I'm going to put it on my palette. So this is the first black we are testing today. Madame Glam's Perfect Black works pretty well, but it does have a little bit of a runny effect. And you'll kind of see that when I get into the leaves. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to draw a black border around the nail. So I do this with every gel I use that I test, and I also do it with the black eyeliner as well. So we just want a nice border so that every time we go over again with Snow Bunny, we still have like a black rim, basically. So this is what I thought would be like the easiest part. It's actually not as easy as it looks or as it seems. Maybe I should have used a longer liner brush. Could have helped a little bit. So you can see that I'm making a few little mistakes. Here, all I do is I keep going over it until it's nice and thick and it looks as straight as possible. And it has a nice border for the nail. And then once I'm done with the border, I'm going to cure it. And then we're going to get into our first layer of the leaves. And we're going to use a shorter liner brush to do the leaves, okay? Okay, so I got my shorter liner brush. We've got our border cured. So you can kind of do this however you want. I tried to use the picture as a guide, but I feel like the nail was too small. So all I'm doing is really, I'm drawing a line, and then I'm drawing little sort of like leaf stems from the line, and I'm drawing like a teardrop shape that just looks like a leaf, right? So I'm starting from the corner just because I feel like that helps me center my design. So you want to do 1 of these, 2 of these, however many you want. You can fit it wherever you like. And then as soon as you're happy with it, you're going to cure the first layer. So this liner brush is, I think, a little too long. So I start to move to a shorter one and a shorter one and a shorter one after that. So the second nail we're going to use Light Elegance Primary Black. And our third nail, we're going to use those color gels. I'm going to use black, which is number 8. And if you watched my mini nail, I don't know if it was mini, it was a nail supply haul with the color gels. This is one of the blacks from that collection. So I'm going to test that one out to see how well it works for nail art. Okay, so we'll put those away. And let's take a look at our first nail again. So that's the first layer out of the lamp, so cured for 2 minutes. Then I'm going to take a Snow Bunny again. And instead of 2 coats, we're just going to do 1 coat over top of this. We're going to seal that first leaf design in, and then we're going to mat it. And then we'll be back to the next design. Okay, so that is one coat of Snow Bunny on top, and then I went over it with the matte top coat. And then we're going to go in again, and we're going to do another set of leaves over top of this, so it kind of looks like it's giving almost like a perspective. Does that make sense? Perspective. It's like we're looking through different leaves in fog, right? That's kind of how I looked at it. So here, same thing, second layer, same type of design. So again, a line, I'm doing my little stems, and then I'm drawing my little leaves. It looks like it's a mess right now. It does turn out in the end, but while you're doing this, well, at least while I was doing this, I was not trusting the process. But it does work out to look really cool in the end. Okay, so I'm not going to show you how that one finishes until later. We're going to go into our second one, but we're going to do the exact same thing. So here we're using Light Elegance Primary Black. This is a gel paint. This one I actually really loved using. It's got more of a gloopy, a thicker consistency to it. So it's perfect for nail art. Madame Glam's Perfect Black was a little too runny for my liking, and it wasn't staying as nicely as I would have liked on the matte top coat. So here I've already done my rim, obviously, and now I'm going to go in and I'm going to do my first set of leaves. Okay, and then we'll be back. Okay, so I'm showing you, I've done 3 different layers. This is my final layer, and I'm just going to matte it right here. But the Light Elegance Primary Black was by far my favorite to work with over Madame Glam. It's perfect black. It stayed in its place. It was nice and pigmented. The thick consistency just helped you work with it a little bit better. And I also went in with a smaller liner brush to help with those leaves. So we're going to try the color gels, that sort of that collection that I showed you. This is black, number 8. I've done my rim around the outer area of the nail. Sorry guys, I'm like, I have been sick all week, so I'm just getting over being sick. My voice is, I guess, and my brain is the last to recover, so bear with me for this week, and hopefully next week I will be much better. Okay. So testing this one out. Now this one is runny as well. It's actually even runnier than Is it though? I think this one felt runnier than Madame Glam's Perfect Black, but for some reason I liked working with it a little bit better than Perfect Black. So, now it could have been that I was getting the hang of doing these leaves. Could have been part of it, but when we're talking about how it actually goes on onto the matte top coat, how easy it is to sort of lay this design out. This would come in second to Light Elegance and the primary black. So here I'm just doing 2, and then I'm going to cure it, and then we're going to go over it with Snow Bunny. We're going to matte it, and then we're going to do our second level of leaves. So there's that one. So I've done 2 different levels of the leaves, and now I'm going in for my third set of leaves, and this is the layer where you just leave it black and then you top it with a matte top coat, because you want your last layer to be striking, right? To be black. Okay. Okay, so while those are curing, we'll take a look at them all at the end, and I'm going to do like a finishing touch to them. These are nails number 4 and 5. I used this is an eyeliner, but this eyeliner like does not come off your skin, so I do not use it as an eyeliner. So I've kept it as like a nail art liner, and I thought I would use it to test out how it works with these leaves. So both of these were done already. So I'm matting that one, which I'm going to cure. But this one, I've already got my first layer done, my first layer of leaves done, Snow Bunny layer again, and a matte top coat. And I'm going to go in only with a second set of leaves here. And then we're going to matte it right away. So I'm going to draw them on, and then as soon as they dry, we're going to matte them. So we're going to finish these up, and then we're going to come back and take a look at the first 3, how they've turned out, and then we'll put some finishing touches, and then take a look at all of them at the end. Okay, so these are our first 3 nails finished. So I've done, I think 2 layers, and then my last layer was just black and then matted on top. So first nail is done in Perfect Black by Madame Glam. Second nail, Light Elegance's Primary Black. I think that one was my favorite. Third one, the Color Gel Black number 8. That one looks a little messy. This is how the inspo pick, this is, if I was just doing it like the inspo pick, I would leave them like this, but I didn't like them. I thought they needed something a little extra. So, I'm pointing out my favorite. Yes, okay, the middle one is my favorite, was the easiest to work with. The Color Gel came in a close second. I found it easier to work with than with Madame Glam's. But primary black, it's a gel paint, definitely is the winner. So to fancy these up and make them into fall nails, I took Night on Mars by Madame Glam. And I'm just adding this gorgeous like copper sparkle to all the leaves, just to give it a finishing touch. And then we're going to top coat the leaves to give them a shine, and then the nails are done. So we're going to finish off here, and then we'll come back and we'll take a look at all of them finished. Okay, so here are the finished nails. So our first one, we used the Perfect Black by Madame Glam. Not too bad, but not my favorite. So we've got our different layers of leaves. And it's like we're looking through fog, and that's what we use the snow bunny for. So for every set of leaves that we do, we go over it with snow bunny, and then we mat it so that it's got that like foggy effect. So it's a really cool effect, actually. The second one here is Light Elegance's Primary Black. It is a gel paint. This is by far the best one. It was the easiest to work with. I think it looks the best. You can actually see that every layer of the black is a bit like lighter or a bit darker, depending which way you're looking at it. And then our third nail here, which is a little messy, that's the color gel in black. And then our last two is our liquid eyeliner that we used. And instead of doing three, I did two on that one, and I just did one on the other one just to, give a little bit of a different look and see how it turned out. So, but those are all the nails. They are done. My favorite one is this one in the middle that I just pointed to. But I think they actually look really cool with the addition of that sparkle, the Night on Mars color. I think it really finishes off the nails very nicely and kind of gives my own spin to that inspo pick. So there we have it. Those are our fall nails. Our foggy fall nails. Really cool technique. And they didn't turn out too bad. But this one, by far, gel paints are always the way to go. Hey, you can still get a good effect with a black, like a regular, gel color. But gel paints always turn out the best when you're using them for nail art. So there are our nails, guys. Let me know what you think. These also would have looked really cool if I had like embossed the leaves. I was thinking about that. Not sure if the perspective aspect of it, where you're like kind of looking at layers of leaves through fog, would have worked with an embossing. But even like that last layer, instead of using Night on Mars, to do the leaves, we could have done like a chrome, like copper emboss. I thought that would be cool too. But maybe we'll save that for next time and do some embossing. So anyways, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching. Sorry about my voice. I hope to be better next week. I will see you guys next time.